Have you ever wished you could communicate with more clarity, confidence, and composure? In this video, we'll reveal 5 powerful Stoic phrases that will transform the way you approach conversations and make you a more effective communicator. These timeless phrases from Stoic philosophers will help you navigate any conversation with wisdom, resilience, and purpose, allowing you to stay calm in the face of challenges, respond with clarity, and build stronger, more meaningful connections with others. Get ready to unlock the transformative power of Stoic communication. The Stoic concept of control revolves around understanding the difference between what is within our power and what is not. According to Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, we can control our thoughts, actions, and reactions, but we cannot control external events or the behavior of others. This distinction is central to Stoic philosophy and is key to achieving inner peace. By accepting that some things are beyond our control, we free ourselves from the anxiety and frustration that come with trying to change things that are not ours to change. The phrase, "This is beyond my control," embodies this fundamental Stoic idea. When we find ourselves in challenging situations, whether in a heated conversation, a workplace conflict, or a family dispute, this phrase serves as a reminder that we can only control how we respond. It helps us step back from the situation and focus on managing our own emotions and reactions rather than trying to control the uncontrollable. In doing so, we maintain a sense of peace and composure, regardless of the external chaos. In difficult conversations, especially those marked by disagreement or conflict, emotions can run high. It's easy to become overwhelmed by anger, frustration, or defensiveness, especially when we feel that the other person is wrong or not listening. However, when we remind ourselves, "This is beyond my control," we acknowledge that the other person's behavior or opinions are not within our power to change. This acceptance allows us to let go of the emotional weight that comes from trying to influence or control others. Instead, we focus on maintaining our own emotional balance, which in turn leads to clearer, more rational communication. For example, imagine a workplace dispute where a colleague is consistently critical of your work. Instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, you can use the Stoic concept of control to pause and reflect. You recognize that you cannot control your colleague's behavior, but you can control how you respond. You might choose to remain calm, listen actively, and respond thoughtfully, rather than getting caught up in an emotional reaction. This approach not only reduces personal stress, but also increases the chances of resolving the situation amicably. Similarly, in family arguments, especially those involving close relationships where emotions are intense, the phrase, "This is beyond my control," can be incredibly helpful. For instance, if a family member is upset and blaming you for something, instead of feeling guilty or defensive, remind yourself that their emotions and reactions are outside of your control. You cannot force them to feel differently, but you can control your response. By remaining calm and accepting their feelings without getting defensive, you create space for a more productive conversation and avoid escalating the conflict. The role of acceptance in cultivating inner peace is critical in these situations. The Stoics taught that peace of mind comes not from controlling external events, but from accepting them as they are and focusing on what we can change, our own actions and reactions. When we embrace this mindset, we stop struggling against the uncontrollable and shift our energy towards cultivating a peaceful, clear, and rational state of mind. This acceptance does not mean resignation. Rather, it is an active choice to focus on what we can control and to let go of the rest. In conclusion, the Stoic principle of control, embodied by the phrase, "This is beyond my control," offers a powerful tool for managing emotions and maintaining peace in difficult conversations. By recognizing that we cannot control the actions of others, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. This acceptance not only improves our emotional well-being, but also enhances our ability to engage in more thoughtful, productive conversations. Through this mindset, we cultivate inner peace and resilience, which are essential for navigating life's challenges with wisdom and grace. The Stoic perspective on perception and judgment revolves around the understanding that our emotional responses are not directly caused by external events, but by the way we interpret those events. This is encapsulated in the phrase, "I am not disturbed by things, but by the view I take of them," attributed to Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. According to Stoicism, the mind is the true source of our peace or distress. It is not the circumstances themselves that determine how we feel, but how we choose to view and react to them. This phrase challenges the commonly held belief that external events dictate our emotional states. For instance, when we face criticism or conflict, our initial instinct may be to feel defensive, angry, or hurt. However, Stoicism teaches that these feelings are not inevitable. They are a result of how we choose to perceive the situation. If we can change our perception, we can change our emotional response. This realization is empowering, as it puts us in control of our reactions, even when external circumstances are challenging. In the face of criticism, for example, instead of viewing it as an attack on our character, we can reframe it as an opportunity for growth. By shifting our perspective, we stop seeing the criticism as a personal affront and start viewing it as constructive feedback that can help us improve. This mindset shift can turn a potentially upsetting situation into a learning experience, allowing us to remain calm, open-minded, and receptive rather than defensive and upset. Similarly, in the midst of conflict, the phrase, "I am not disturbed by things but by the view I take of them," reminds us that we can choose how to interpret the actions and words of others. When someone is rude or disrespectful, instead of assuming malice or taking it personally, we can choose to interpret their behavior with empathy, recognizing that they may be dealing with their own challenges or frustrations. By shifting our perspective in this way, we avoid getting caught up in the emotional turbulence of the situation and instead respond with greater understanding and composure. Practical tips for reframing your thoughts during a heated conversation include first pausing to take a deep breath and assess the situation. This moment of pause allows you to distance yourself from the immediate emotional reaction and create space for a more rational response. Ask yourself, what is the true nature of this situation? What can I learn from it? This simple shift in focus can help you view the conflict not as a threat, but as an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues such as patience, wisdom, and self-control. Another helpful technique is to remind yourself of the Stoic principle of impermanence. In any heated moment, it's easy to feel like the situation is critical or that your emotions will last forever. By reminding yourself that emotions are temporary and that the situation will eventually pass, you can gain perspective and reduce the intensity of your reaction. One personal anecdote of applying this concept effectively comes from a colleague who, during a particularly heated meeting, was harshly criticized by a manager. Instead of responding with anger or defensiveness, they took a step back, reframed the situation, and saw the criticism as an opportunity to improve their work. They also recognized that their manager's frustration might stem from stress outside of work. This shift in perspective allowed them to remain calm, respond constructively, and ultimately resolve the situation more effectively. In conclusion, the Stoic idea that "I am not disturbed by things, but by the view I take of them," offers a powerful tool for managing our emotions and reactions. By shifting our perception, we can take control of how we respond to criticism and conflict. This mindset not only helps us remain calm and composed in challenging situations, but also empowers us to transform those situations into opportunities for personal growth and improvement. By embracing this Stoic principle, we cultivate greater emotional resilience and wisdom in our everyday interactions. The Stoic idea of resilience and growth through adversity is central to the philosophy, emphasizing that hardship, rather than diminishing us, can serve as a powerful source of strength and development. The phrase, "What does not kill me makes me stronger," often attributed to Friedrich Nietzsche, aligns closely with Stoic teachings, which stress that the difficulties we face are not obstacles to our progress, but essential components of our growth. According to Stoicism, life's challenges are opportunities to refine our virtues, such as courage, patience, and wisdom. By confronting adversity with the right mindset, we not only endure, but emerge stronger and more resilient. In Stoic thought, resilience isn't about avoiding pain or hardship, but about developing the mental fortitude to face them with composure and grace. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the necessity of hardship in shaping one's character. He saw challenges not as disruptions to peace, but as the very means by which one cultivates virtue. In his meditations, he repeatedly emphasizes the importance of facing trials with an inner calm, accepting them as opportunities to demonstrate self-control, reason, and wisdom. The phrase, "What does not kill me makes me stronger," acts as a reminder that every difficulty, whether internal or external, is a chance to build resilience. When faced with criticism or conflict, this mindset helps to reframe the situation not as a personal attack, but as a chance to grow. Instead of viewing criticism as something that diminishes us, we can see it as a valuable tool for self-improvement. Stoicism teaches us that how we respond to criticism is within our control. If we approach it with an open mind, rather than defensiveness or resentment, we can learn from it and emerge better equipped for future challenges. This mindset can also be incredibly helpful in tough conversations. Many of us avoid difficult conversations out of fear of conflict, judgment, or rejection. However, embracing the Stoic principle that adversity is an opportunity for growth can transform our approach to these situations. Rather than seeing a difficult conversation as a threat, we can view it as a chance to practice virtue, whether it's patience, empathy, or the ability to communicate clearly and calmly. When we approach these conversations with the mindset that they offer potential for personal development, we reduce anxiety and increase our chances of resolving the situation effectively. For example, consider a workplace scenario where an employee receives harsh feedback from a supervisor. Instead of internalizing the criticism as a blow to their self-worth, the Stoic approach would be to see the feedback as an opportunity to improve their skills. This shift in perspective allows them to remain calm, avoid defensiveness, and take practical steps to improve their performance. Over time, this ability to face criticism with an open mind and a focus on growth can strengthen the employee's resilience, making them better equipped to handle future challenges. Similarly, in personal relationships, this mindset can help us navigate conflict with more grace. If we view arguments or misunderstandings as opportunities to learn and improve, rather than as personal attacks, we are more likely to approach the situation with a spirit of cooperation rather than one of defensiveness. For instance, if a partner brings up a concern about our behavior, instead of reacting with anger or guilt, we can view it as an opportunity to reflect on our actions and grow as an individual. This mindset fosters greater communication and deeper, more resilient relationships. In professional settings, the application of this mindset can be transformative. Entrepreneurs and leaders often face numerous challenges, from market competition to internal conflicts within teams. Rather than viewing these obstacles as setbacks, they can embrace them as opportunities for innovation, strategic thinking, and growth. For example, a business leader facing a market downturn might see this as a chance to reassess their approach, explore new avenues for growth, and strengthen their business model. By adopting the Stoic view that challenges are opportunities, they build the resilience needed to adapt and thrive in uncertain times. The same mindset applies in personal development. For instance, if we experience failure or a setback in pursuing a goal, whether it's fitness, education, or a career, we can choose to see it as a learning experience. Instead of giving up, we reflect on the reasons for the failure, adjust our strategies, and keep moving forward. The Stoic approach teaches us that failure is not a permanent condition, but a temporary challenge that can be overcome with persistence and resilience. In conclusion, the Stoic idea of resilience and growth through adversity is encapsulated perfectly in the phrase, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." By viewing challenges as opportunities for improvement, we develop the mental fortitude to handle tough conversations, criticism, and other difficulties with grace and composure. This mindset not only strengthens our ability to navigate the complexities of life, but it also fosters personal growth and deepens our resilience. In both personal and professional settings, the Stoic approach helps us face adversity head-on, transform it into an opportunity for learning, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. The Stoic commitment to focus and mindfulness in the present moment is central to the philosophy. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers emphasize the importance of directing one's attention to the task at hand, undistracted by irrelevant concerns or the pull of external events. This commitment to focus is not merely about completing tasks efficiently, but is a broader principle that impacts every aspect of life, including communication. When we apply Stoic focus to our conversations, we become more mindful of what is being said, how we are reacting, and the purpose of the interaction. This level of attention is what leads to more meaningful and effective communication. The phrase, "I will keep my mind focused on the task at hand," serves as a reminder to anchor oneself in the present moment, particularly during conversations. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, it's easy to lose track of the present conversation and allow distractions to interfere. Whether it's thoughts about past interactions, concerns about the future, or interruptions from technology, these distractions can derail productive discussions. However, Stoicism teaches us to discipline our minds, concentrating solely on the present task, which, in the case of communication, is listening attentively and responding thoughtfully. Staying focused on the conversation, rather than letting external distractions influence our reactions, allows us to engage more fully with others. A Stoic approach to communication means that we give our full attention to the person speaking, not only to hear the words, but to understand the meaning behind them. When we truly listen, free from distractions, we become better equipped to respond with clarity, empathy, and purpose. The person we are engaging with will also feel heard and respected, which builds trust and strengthens relationships. One of the key principles of Stoic communication is the idea of right action, or responding in a manner that aligns with our values. When we are focused on the task at hand, we are more likely to react in a way that reflects wisdom and virtue. This is particularly crucial in difficult conversations, such as when we face criticism, disagreement, or conflict. Being focused allows us to respond in a calm and measured manner rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. This fosters a sense of control and composure, which are essential for maintaining respect and civility in any dialogue. Practical exercises for maintaining focus during important discussions include practices such as mindfulness and deep listening. One exercise involves setting aside any distractions before entering a conversation. This could mean putting away your phone, silencing notifications, or mentally preparing yourself to engage fully. Another effective exercise is to take a brief pause before responding, which gives you time to consider your thoughts and how best to articulate them. In moments of stress or emotion, this pause can prevent rash reactions and help you maintain a sense of composure. Deep breathing exercises can also be helpful in maintaining focus. By breathing slowly and deeply, you can calm your mind and body, helping you remain centered during the conversation. Additionally, focusing on the other person's words without mentally rehearsing your response or allowing your mind to wander is a powerful technique for staying present. This requires discipline, but with practice, it becomes easier to keep your mind centered on the conversation. Examples of how this phrase improves decision-making and conflict resolution can be seen in both personal and professional contexts. In the workplace, effective decision-making often requires clear thinking and the ability to consider all aspects of a situation without being swayed by distractions or emotional impulses. For instance, a manager handling a team conflict may need to stay focused on the facts of the situation, rather than becoming emotionally involved in the personalities or frustrations of the individuals involved. By remaining focused on the issue at hand, the manager can facilitate a more productive discussion, identify the root causes of the conflict, and guide the team toward a resolution. In personal relationships, staying focused on the present moment during difficult conversations can help prevent misunderstandings and hurt feelings. For example, if a partner expresses frustration about something rather than becoming defensive or thinking about past grievances, a Stoic approach would involve listening attentively to the present concern. By maintaining focus on the other person's words and emotions, you demonstrate empathy and understanding, which can diffuse tension and lead to a more constructive dialogue. In conclusion, the Stoic commitment to focus and mindfulness in the present moment is a powerful tool for improving communication and decision-making. By staying focused on the task at hand, whether it's listening, understanding, or responding, we are able to engage more deeply in our conversations and ensure that our responses are thoughtful, measured, and aligned with our values. The practical exercises of mindfulness and deep listening help us cultivate this focus, leading to more effective and meaningful interactions. Ultimately, adopting this Stoic practice can transform the way we communicate, resolve conflicts, and navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. The obstacle is the way is a core Stoic principle that teaches us to view challenges and difficulties not as hindrances, but as opportunities for growth. According to Stoicism, the obstacles we encounter in life are not merely things to be avoided or overcome. They are the very means by which we develop our virtues. This mindset shifts the perspective from seeing challenges as setbacks to recognizing them as stepping stones that help us build resilience, wisdom, and strength. In the context of communication, this Stoic idea can be incredibly powerful. Conversations are often filled with potential obstacles, misunderstandings, disagreements, and moments of frustration. Rather than seeing these as barriers to effective communication, Stoicism encourages us to view them as chances to grow. When we encounter resistance in a conversation, whether it's a disagreement or a point of confusion, we have the opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and self-control. These challenges teach us how to listen more attentively, respond more thoughtfully, and remain calm under pressure, which ultimately enhances our ability to communicate. Embracing challenges in conversation also fosters personal development. When faced with a difficult dialogue, we can choose to approach it with a growth mindset. Instead of retreating into defensiveness or frustration, we can ask ourselves how this conversation can help us become better communicators. For example, if a conversation becomes heated or emotionally charged, we can use the moment to practice emotional regulation and learn to express ourselves more clearly. In doing so, we not only improve our communication skills, but also cultivate virtues such as humility, patience, and open-mindedness. A practical example of applying this mindset is in resolving misunderstandings. If two people have a disagreement, it's easy for emotions to take over, leading to further conflict. However, if one person views the misunderstanding as an opportunity to clarify their position and listen actively to the other person's perspective, the conversation can move toward resolution. The obstacle, the disagreement, becomes the way to deeper understanding and stronger communication. In conclusion, the Stoic principle that the obstacle is the way can transform the way we approach communication. By embracing challenges in conversation as opportunities for growth, we enhance our ability to navigate difficult dialogues and achieve better outcomes. Every obstacle, whether big or small, has the potential to teach us something valuable about ourselves and the way we relate to others. Through this lens, even the most challenging conversations can become pathways to greater wisdom and understanding. By incorporating these 5 Stoic phrases into your communication, you'll not only navigate conversations with greater ease, but also strengthen your character. Start using these phrases today and watch your conversations transform into more thoughtful, meaningful exchanges. Remember, the true power of communication lies in our ability to stay calm, focused, and wise, no matter the situation. Embrace the Stoic mindset and let every conversation become an opportunity for growth and deeper understanding.